But if you look at the House versus the Senate, clearly the president has chosen to put his weight behind these Senate races. And I think the Kavanaugh hearings obviously have added to his advantage and his choice, because people see how important it is for the party they belong to be in power for those Supreme Court nominations, if nothing else, because Democrats are clearly going to obstruct any nominee the president puts forward.
Well, look, the Senate this year goes a little against history in that the demographics favor Republicans. I think it's 10 senators, Democratic incumbents up for election in states that Trump carried.
Won states, yes, that's
now,
right.
I think the Republicans look right now, if I had to say, that they're going to win, maybe pick up 2 seats. But
Which
it's
seats
interesting.
do you think they're going to pick up?
Well, I think they might pick up Claire McCaskill's seat in Missouri. I think Heidi Heitkamp.
You think Heidi Heitkamp is done?
I think she's done. You know, there's a lot of talk about in my state, New Jersey, Stan, where we have the pride of New Jersey, Bob Menendez. The latest poll shows he is a winner. The latest poll shows he's 15 points up.
Why is everyone acting like that's a close race?
Right.
I know
a couple of months ago
there's an awful lot of wishful thinking that's driving the Republican narrative out of New Jersey.
Not me. I think, look, we are the dumbest state in the union.
That's great.
If you look at our representatives, and I think Bob Menendez is safely going to be reelected. Look, the largest paper did an editorial whose headline summarized New Jersey. Choke it down and vote for Bob Menendez.
It's interesting. I mean, I could talk about these Senate races all day because as an independent, I don't care either way. Like, I'm never going to be happy, so I may as well delight in other people's
I mean, it's interesting.
misfortune.
The president's out in Indiana, Joe Donnelly, more moderate.
That's my next question. So Joe Donnelly, I mean, he could lose that race. But Indiana is such a curious state because Mike Pence, pulled out of the governor's race in order to, run as vice president with Donald Trump, and that turned out to be a big, profitable gamble for him. But Joe Donnelly, the Democrat, is having to essentially run as a Trump Republican.
Yes, he's talking about the border. I think he's boasted that he's voted with Donald Trump 62% of the time. If he loses, it might be the Kavanaugh vote. He voted against Brett Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court. That may bring him down in the end. But clearly the president thinks it's doable, or he wouldn't be going out to Indiana
What do you think? You think Braun has a chance there?
I think Braun has a chance. The polls there have been really they've been within the margin of error, but they've had Braun up 3, and I think the latest was Donnelly up 8 or something. So they've been kind of all over the place.
What has been the last-minute driver with some of these poll shifts that we've seen in places like Indiana and Tennessee?
I don't know. I don't know what the driver. Look, I think the real key is going to be who gets out the independents, to vote.
Weird.
So who knows what drives them? They're kind of a jump ball in every election.
Yeah, but that's what's so exciting is it is jump ball. It's street ball, and you don't know who is going to prevail. And that's why, this midterm, if you have a dog in this fight, God bless you, because you have an awful lot of heartburn.
That's right.
I was talking with a good friend of mine today who's a Democrat, and she's had a hard time sleeping because she's worried that Democrats might get shellacked. And I'm going to talk about that in my monologue a little later in the show. What happens if they lose?
Yeah, well, if they lose, they bet the ranch on everything.
Yeah.
An anti-Trump feeling.
And I don't know how they shift strategy, but I'm glad we did get to learn with McGurn.
Thank you.
It is the hottest segment in television.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill McGurn, very much.